Colombia is one of these stories where you look at Linda Caicedo and the personal struggles that she's been through and the way that her star has been so firmly established on this massive stage, the biggest stage in the entire world. It's incredible. It's incredible. The performances that she has put up, that the goal that we've talked about, that is going to be the iconic moment of this World Cup. I mean, I don't know. There's so many things that has impressed me about this Colombia side. But Jenny, when you look at what they have done so far in this tournament, you know, where do you start? What stands out?
Venegas' goal at the death. That is Jen Hildreth's voice saying, you know, Venegas' goal at the death. In that match against Germany.
Germany on a set piece.
At the end of the game, they would have drawn. They would have drawn.
The header was
Colombia
super far out.
Gets the win at the very last moment. I was emotional. Like, genuinely, this is what the World Cup does to you. It makes you emotional. It brings all of these things back up about loving the game. And genuinely, that moment is a moment like that I will look back on, and I was here for this moment. You know, just like South Africa this morning. Like, I was here. We were living in this moment. We experienced this moment. That is Colombia right now. The beauty of their celebration after they score, you know, just like the love of the game. You know, Jordan, it just feels so good to watch.
And that stadium was filled with Colombian fans, too. They were loud. So I hope that support continues as they push forward and to the knockout rounds. But it would be... Of course, we're going to talk about them, but I think the pressure is on Germany. Germany, 100%. Which they lost their game coming into the World Cup. Everybody's saying, all right, was it just a fluke? Then they lose to Colombia. I'm just concerned because you look at this German squad and you're thinking about how solid they are. A player like Brand, they have Pop up top, De Britz and Oberdorf, who should be running the midfield at times. They get lost in the game. And I think that this German squad has to have a good performance today. Same things we were talking about the U.S. In their game against Portugal. If they have a good performance today, it sets them up to... they're on a more difficult side of the bracket, I think, once they get into the knockout stage. So they need that momentum. They need the confidence in themselves. And they need to be better on set pieces. You can't be giving up. If you're Germany, you can't be giving up a goal on a set piece, ever.
Is South Korea a team that can give them problems? Anything that you've seen in this tournament that could... I don't know, get in Germany's way? I
think they'll be organized. I don't think that this will be a game where Germany will be tested in the way that they have been in other games. But I don't know if that's for Germany. They're saying, okay, how many goals can we score? That's what they need to do. And they need to shut out.
That Colombia also gets the job done against Morocco, just in case.
Yes.
I have a question for you in particular. It's a mystery that I actually haven't had too many people, nobody's answered it for me yet. Why is the draw for the Women's World Cup that it's set up so that you play the team that finished in your group in the semifinal and not the final? You don't go to the opposite side of the bracket. Has it always been like that?
No, because it's the first iteration of 32 teams. So I don't know what's going on with that part of it.
Because it's strange, isn't it?
It's very strange, because when I was moving things around, like looking at my brackets going into it, I'm like, how is the U.S. always on this side?
Right.
I would think if they get second, they should be down at the bottom part of the bracket. Or
so
strange. I don't know.
The path, it only really matters that they finish second in your path in the round of 16 quarterfinal and semifinal, because they were going to play the Netherlands anyway in the semifinal, even if they finish second. Like, England's always going to be, like, they can only finish first or second, play England.
Yeah. You want to call FIFA?
Very strange. It might be an Australia-New Zealand thing.
We'll figure that one out. But I just need to say, Colombia handed Germany their first group stage loss since 1995. That goes to show you how dominant Germany has been and what a big deal, you know, what Colombia did is. And then if they don't make it out of this group stage, which obviously, the odds are stacked for them, but if they do not win against South Korea, that would be the first time they don't make it out of the group stage ever in the Women's World Cup. That
would be the biggest upset ever.
That would be, we're talking about the U.S. losing and being out. That would be this is also on the same level of massive lead. And a World Cup without Alex Pop in the knockout rounds just doesn't even make sense to me. As long as I've been following football, she has been on the German national team.
Yeah.
Shout out to Colombia, by the way. Such a prideful nation. I've obviously learned a lot about the country through my girlfriend.
Is Mariana excited?
Super pumped. Everybody's pumped. There are people I usually don't have soccer conversations with non-soccer people, and they've come up and they've told me, "Hey, did you see Colombia against Germany?" I said, wow, like people so far removed. It's
the World
awesome
Cup
for
is
Colombia.
when you get new fans, though. The World Cup is like when people like start to love the game and start to become fans of the game. I can remember like the World Cup that I started watching, and I was like, oh my God, this is an amazing spectacle. That's what we love about this, and I really genuinely think that those fans that you've never watched football, never talked football with, are becoming fans of the game, and that's exactly what we want.
Yep.